Thank you, Dr. Hefner. That brings us to item number 12, which is public participation. And we have one person signed up. And I'm going to read you an excerpt from our board policy, but the board welcomes and encourages public participation. We respectfully ask that you adhere to the procedures and decorum provided in board policy BEDH, public participation at meetings. Your comments will be limited to 3 minutes. Dr. Harris will keep time and give you warnings when the time is winding down. Questions asked during public participation will be handled in accordance with board policy BEDH. And with that, I'll call our one participant up. That's Ms. Kim Murphy. Ms. Murphy. Ms. Murphy, would you punch that button so make sure that light comes on? Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good evening. I am here today to begin to help educate all of you on school district corruption that has become a crisis and a growing problem in South Carolina. While we do many good things in District 5, there have been many red flags. In 2008, a major bond referendum was passed by voters. However, projects that were promised weren't constructed, and instead, other projects were built. We have seen monies move from one pot to another, then to another.
Ms. Murphy, I'm going to hold your time right there. You started off with the statement that you're going to give a list of corruptions throughout South Carolina. Now, if you've read our board policy, you're way outside the bounds. Corruptions would, what you're talking about is pointing at this board, this administration. So I'd ask you to adhere to our policy as you continue on your comments. You think about the parts that might be outside those bounds. This will be your one warning on that.
My comment.
You used the word corruption, started talking about the 2008 bond referendum.
My comment was that I am here today to begin to help educate all of you on school district corruption. Not a list, but I am listing some things that are red flags.
All right. You're still in the corruption mode. If you continue down that path, you're going to lose your privilege. You're accusing sitting board members, administration from 2000. You're headed in that direction, it appears to me. Please comply with our board policy.
I'm stating facts. There have been procurement violations, some multi-million-dollar projects. We have had board policies that have been broken and have not been followed. And these are your laws and laws that are expected to be followed. You have just altered one of your policies by deleting the requirement of the district to provide responses to written questions by citizens. And you deleted the requirement of the district to post those responses on the website. This seems to be an effort that can make you less accountable. To shut out the public raises suspicion. Your budget continues to increase as student enrollment decreases. And year after year, you continue to take tax monies over-collected from taxpayers without telling taxpayers how you intend on spending it. As of this time last year, you had $38 million, and it's continuing to accumulate. No one on this board has seen a truly independent audit. They have all been very basic cookie-cutter audits by companies hired by the school district.
Ms. Murphy, I want you to note the time, and I want you to note that your time just ended because you have gone outside the bounds of this policy. You're citing things that you think or you've sued this school district numerous times, various things in the courts. The things you've mentioned, none of that has come out in anything, and you're talking to other people that may share your views, but it's not this group.
I would like to finish.
You can sit down, and you've lost your privilege. If you come back next time, don't go outside our policy. I'm sorry to do that.
What
we
about
allow
our
you speak to
freedom
every
of speech amendment? Can I not finish expressing my concerns?
You cannot finish your
I'd like to see a forensic audit, and at our next meeting, I'll give you some more information on it. And with Ms. Melton taking over the torch, now would be a good time.
I'd like to ask you to sit down. You've lost your privilege. You've used all your time. Officer, she's going to sit down. Please sit down, Ms. Murphy. Thank you. All right, that brings us to item number 13, which are actions as necessary or appropriate on matters discussed in executive session.